military effectiveness depends on a pipeline of well-qualified and well-prepared candidates from diverse backgrounds who are comfortable exercising leadership in diverse settings.
Well, I understand that, and I don't want to cut you off, but because the time is about to expire. So you've got a marginal candidate who wants to go to the University of Texas at Austin and is interested in ROTC. Maybe if race is taken into account, the candidate gets in. Maybe if it isn't, he doesn't get in. How does that impact the military? The candidate will then probably go to Texas A&M or Texas Tech. Is it your position that he'll be an inferior military officer if he went to one of those schools?
No, Justice Alito.
And I don't understand the argument.
The point of educational diversity, the point of what the University of Texas is trying to achieve is to create an environment in which everyone develops an appropriate sense of citizenship. Everyone develops the capacity to lead in a racially diverse society. And so it will benefit every ROTC applicant from the University of Texas. And 43% of the officer corps comes from the ROTC. It's a very significant source of our military leadership.
General, what is your view on how we tell when the university has attained critical mass?
I don't think I agree with my friend that critical mass is not a number. I think it would be very ill-advised to suggest.
Okay, I'm hearing a lot about what it's not. So I'd like to know what it is, because our responsibility is to decide whether this use of race is narrowly tailored to achieving, under this university's view, critical mass.
May I answer, Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. I don't think that this is a situation in which the court simply affords complete deference to the university's judgment that it hasn't yet achieved the level of diversity that it needs to accomplish its educational mission. I think that the court has to make its own independent judgment. I think the way the court would go about making that independent judgment is to look at the kind of information that the university considered. That could be information about the composition of the class. It could be information about classroom diversity. It could be information about retention and graduation rates. It can be information about that's specific to the university's context and history. Is it a university that has had a history of racial incidents and trouble or not? A series of factors. And then what the court's got to do is satisfy itself that the university has substantiated its conclusion based on that, based on the information it's considered, that it needs to consider race to further advance the educational goals that Grutter has identified as a compelling interest. And I will say, I do think as the number of minority enrollees gets higher, the burden on the university to do that is going to get harder to meet. But I don't think there is a number, and I don't think it would be prudent for this court to suggest that there is a number, because it would raise exactly the kind of problem that I think Justice Kennedy identified in the Grutter dissent of creating hydraulic pressure towards that number.
We should probably stop calling it critical mass then, because mass, assumes numbers, a certain size or a certain weight. So we should stop calling it mass.
I agree.
Call it a cloud or something like that. I don't know.
I agree that critical mass, the idea of critical mass, has taken on a life of its own in a way that's not helpful because it doesn't focus the inquiry where it should be. If I may just add one word in conclusion, thank you. I think it is important, Your Honors, not just to the government but to the country, that our universities have the flexibility to shape their environments and their educational experience to make a reality of the principle that Justice Kennedy identified in Parents Involved, that our strength comes from people of different races, different creeds, different cultures, uniting in a commitment to freedom and to a more perfect union. That's what the University of Texas is trying to do with its admissions policy, and it should be upheld.